NBC 15 weather with Chief Meteorologist Alan Sealls, certified most accurate forecast by Weather Rate.
It's been days talking about Elsa as a system that eventually became a hurricane. Now it's a tropical storm right over west central Cuba, moving northwestward at about 14 miles an hour. That clearly is going to put it into the Gulf of Mexico, where it will likely re-strengthen. At this point, the motion northwest, then north-northwest, then north and north-northeast. What that all means is the west coast of Florida has to watch to see exactly where the center could make landfall, which plays a big part, but it's not the total picture. The main picture is a system will be moving parallel to the coastline. Storm surge, tornadoes, flooding, rain, and wind are all issues. And the remnants, as it weakens, the eastern seaboard, eventually Nova Scotia, Newfoundland, may be dealing with what's left of Elsa. So here's the rain projection where you see that bright red strip of red projection. That's rain that could be 4 to 6 inches. Some spots may get 7 to 8, which is manageable compared to 15 or 20. But still, that's a bunch of rain for the west coast of Florida. That same area under a tropical storm warning for winds that will get over 40 miles an hour. Notice the tropical storm watch now issued for north central Florida and parts of inland Florida. That's because it's eventually going to go to the northeast. Now, as it does so, storm surge, we're talking 2 to 4 feet, maybe up to 5 feet of storm surge for the west central coast of Florida, especially for the Tampa Bay area. We know about storm surge. We know about the threats of tornadoes that come in the feeder bands, and those threats will also increase tomorrow for central and southern Florida. So those are just some of the potential impacts. Now look at this forecast projection. It shows into tomorrow basically an easterly wind for Florida, meaning not much storm surge along the west coast during the day. The east coast will have small storm surge. Notice the forecast keeps it offshore until it gets north of Tampa. Not to say that it'll be exactly that, but once it goes inland, then the storm surge comes in behind it, unlike our tropical storms, which push the storm surge ahead of it. That takes it into Georgia going into Wednesday. Now talk about the wind. Bright red, 40 miles an hour or greater. You see that value there, 73. It'll be a strong system offshore, parallel to the coast, producing storm surge, steady winds of 20 miles an hour. By this time tomorrow, they'll gust to 40. Steady winds increase to about 35, 40 miles an hour. Overnight tomorrow night, gusting to 50 or 60. And the actual landfall could be north of Tampa. It could actually be Tampa. That's obviously why there's a tropical storm warning there. And notice after it makes landfall, all of a sudden the highest winds shift to the east side of Florida, where the storm surge will also start to pick up. So a unique situation for that part of the world. That's normal for us. It's rain over the Gulf of Mexico. Quickly, the people leave the beaches as they should. Not a lot of lightning, but that's the big threat when you get these downpours crossing the Fort Morgan Peninsula, and also scattered thunderstorms from Stapleton toward Bay Minette, drifting toward the northwest. We've got a handful also in central Mobile County. A couple of warnings earlier, but at this point, things are relatively quiet at this point. That's going to change as we get into tomorrow. This is the forecast. Later this evening, not much rain. Tomorrow morning, though, we start off wetter, and through the day, off and on, rain coverage is going to be higher than it was today. So get ready for a wetter pattern for the next couple of days. It's not even related to Elsa. Here's your 7-day tracker. 80% rain coverage tomorrow, and then only gradually easing down to about 50% by Friday. Better for the weekend as temperatures move up into the roasty toasty upper 80s.
All right, Alan.